Okay, let's watch the bullshit lie algorithm talk show. What is what I call it? Aurora ISIS terrorist plot.
Here are from Aurora. Prosecutors say the pair planned to attack an Illinois military base. Now, if convicted, they face a maximum 15-year prison term.
Okay, first thing, do I give a fuck about two of these fucking assholes? No. Number two, they're innocent as can be. These are just pictures of two guys they just grabbed or put together through a CGI composite. They probably don't even exist, facial-wise. The main key here is Aurora, ISIS, because Aurora is a charged atmosphere. ISIS terrorist plot. Okay? So we're talking the number 15 again. So there's the 15. Let's move to the next story.
Big story we've been covering for a long time now. We're still waiting to hear what a jury in Massachusetts will decide in the Boston bombing trial.
21-year-old Johar
21. There's your 3.
Tsarnaev could face the death penalty for the 2 bombings at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. Now, deliberations are scheduled to resume at 9 o'clock this morning. The judge will also address 2 notes with jurors sent with questions on them. They're considering 30 counts against.
So they're considering 30 counts. So what do you mean they're considering? What, they don't know how many charges they got against them? They're just making it up as they go on? So there's your other 3.
Tsarnaev in the 2013 attack that killed 3 people.
That killed 3 people. But you people don't... you guys must see this by now. You must see this. It's just an algorithm. It's an algorithm. It's a... How do I explain it? Take an atom. And let's just say, I'm not sure how it works. I'm just winging this, but I can see it in my head. Take an atom, and let's say that it gives off an energy burst. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the next pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then she goes 1, 2, 3, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see what I mean? And it keeps repeating that over and over again. But there's blips in between there where it's never really a constant. There's always some little thing in there messing that up. And I think this is what's going on here. This is what you're seeing in the news. Because these numbers cannot. It's not freaking possible. It's not freaking possible for these numbers to keep repeating over and over and over. And I know this for a fact. From talking to guys that are involved in the shit, okay? They don't say that they're involved in it, but I know damn well that they are. The main thing with the Masons is the cash flow must never cease. Well, the cash flow is energy because money is power, okay? Second thing, the number is always 3, okay? That's the number. This is coming right from the dude, I'm telling you, okay? That's why that keeps popping up. So, you know, when you listen to the phrase, time is money, is because time represents Saturn, money represents currency, and currency is power, electrical power. I should do a video on all these different catchphrases because they're all about the same thing. You know, when people say, for the time being, well, who's the time being? Saturn is. It's about time. When people say, oh, well, it's about time. You know, when they say, oh, well, it's about time. Well, it's all about time. That's what this fucking place is. It's all about time. It's about a constant state of decay. Everything here is death. From the time you're born, you start decaying. Just like this place that's atomic. It's decaying. It's death. So it's not any... You don't really have to stretch your imagination to figure out what the heck is going on here. It's not that big of a deal. You know, they're running a scam in front of it. Look, I'm going to tell you something about rock and roll. When you see these guys, especially these famous guys, singing about women, they're not singing about a girl they knew or a girl that they're in love with or their wife. They're singing about the woman, the thing that's involved with this whole chaotic fucking thing. That's what they're singing about. They're not singing about, you know, their favorite girlfriend when they were 17. You better get that through your head. These guys have always been singing about themselves or to themselves. They're not singing about, you associate it with somebody that you know and you love or whatever, or, some romance you had a long time ago. That ain't got jack shit to do with what they're really singing about. And that, just like the news, is just stories and codes being pushed right in front of your face, thinking you're a part of it, but you're really not.
And injured more than 250. He faces the death penalty on 17 of those 30 counts. If convicted, the same jury will handle the sentencing phase.
Also in Boston, the defense has now rested, and jury deliberations also underway in the murder trial of former New England Patriot tight end Aaron Hernandez. For the first time, Hernandez's lawyer acknowledging his client was at the scene of the killing and he saw it happen.
This guy's all part of the club. He's a fucking professional football player. He has to be part of the club.
Hernandez, now charged in the death of a semi-pro football player. Jurors deliberated yesterday for a little more than an hour before...
Okay, so that's 60. So there's your 6.
We're being sent home for the day.
We're learning more about a hacking at the highest levels of the federal government. Russian hackers attacked the State Department computer network, and that...
Well, if you know they're Russian hackers, why don't you turn around and hack their fucking system, stupid?
...extended to sensitive material at the White House.
See, they do this crap. They set all of these things up, so there's always a backdoor excuse on why something happened that they perpetrated.
Initially, it was reported that only unclassified material was breached. Well, now it appears things like non-public details of the president's schedule.
Well, okay, stop and think. Use critical thinking. Who's the asshole that came forward and said, yeah, we lied. Yeah, they really got more stuff. Why would you want to make yourself look bad? Why would you want to put your job in jeopardy? Nobody came forward and said that. Nobody in the news media went in there and said, oh, let me look around. Oh, they did find it. No, it's none of that crap, see? There's no such thing as WikiLeaks or leaks. Nobody leaks shit. It's just made up and put out there. Or if there is an actuality, they put it out there. There's no WikiLeaks. Nobody went in there in this story and said, well, in the beginning we thought this, and then now we figure it's this. Why would you want to tell the people of the United States that the United States security has been compromised and or breached? You don't, because that undermines your efforts to keep shit under control. You do it because you want people to be afraid. Also, look into this woman's eyes. Do you see any life there? Do you see any life? You know how they disguise these lifeless bodies? Like this thing, this robotic, whatever it is. You know how they disguise that? They keep rapid movement. They keep them moving for the most part, so that you don't stop. But when you take a still photo, there's no life in those eyes. You can see that's dead as fuck. There is no life in those eyes. None.
Were compromised as well.
It's 6:49 right now. Time to check your job shop for your job of the day. Where Malcolm, an international...
Where Malcolm. Where Malcolm. You know, the B is silent. It's like that guy Malcolm X. Mal means bad. Come is what you create with. X. Malcolm X. The bad seed.
Design firm right here in Chicago is searching for an architecture project designer. For more information about this job, along with thousands of others, just go to myfoxchicago.com and click on the job shop. We're back in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah. If people would just wake up and understand that this whole thing is bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. Enough. Enough already. This fucking place is coming apart at the seams.